all the new learning that had to happen in order to get to where we were. Created new things, and as we went on that journey, just uncovered lots of things that were holding us back, things we didn't know, and we broke through every one of those obstacles. And I think one of the things that helped as I went through that journey was having yourself to share ideas with. I've long been a believer that if you can kind of teach somebody else something, right, it gets you to kind of a higher level of an enlightenment or understanding of a topic. And you have a very engaging way about you, an authentic style, and a sincere interest in wanting to learn more about the things we were developing over time. And so by being a soundboard for me, it helped reinforce in me my understanding of much of what we had created and the new knowledge that we had picked up along the way.
You are the chief strategy guy for this senior leadership team that is focusing on mostly a tactical business, a very big business, multi-billion business. And part of the challenge in designing this week was how will we get these people who are so focused on the day-to-day, on the horizon one of the business, to engage in the strategy 3 years ahead. Any comments, any feedback on that?
I think there's, if I thought about it long enough, I could come up with lots of things. I think the one thing that comes to mind immediately, though, is putting the future in quantitative terms. Past attempts that I've made to try to engage our leadership team in dialogue about the future, oftentimes those attempts kind of centered around narratives or kind of qualitative soft stories about what could be. What we did differently this time, and what I thought was particularly effective, was starting with the numbers and defining the stories, letting the stories kind of emerge or develop around the numbers. And I think that helped make the stories more credible for many people. It gave us more of an anchor point from which we could have good conversations about the future. An anchor point in the sense that we could see those futures in relation to where we have been and where we are. And if you can't do that with numbers, for many on the leadership team, and this probably isn't a surprise learning, it's difficult for people to kind of think conceptually. You have to give them a quantitative grounding in order to have the kind of conversation that I think we had here today about what could be in 2012. This awareness that there really is no glass ceiling to what we can accomplish. I think providing the right environment and tools, teams can overcome significant obstacles, be it lack of knowledge, as was the case in a lot of what we did to prepare. But there's just so much more to be done in the area that I work in, and so I'm motivated as a result of what we accomplished here and all the prep we did to go do more.